Life's full of blessings and of pain, full of losses and of gain, full of laughter and of tears, full of courage and of fear. It's full of joy and full of strife. It makes the lyrics of your life. Where is your song? Where is your song? Why don't you sing? There is healing when we let our voices ring. Where is your voice? Where did it go? Why don't you let the music heal your soul? Where is your song? You've had your share of ups and downs, standing still and spinning round, victories and defeat, some bitter and some sweet. You've walked through darkness to the light, to write the lyrics of your life. Where is your song? Where is your song? Where has it gone? Where are the lyrics we can sing along? Why don't you sing? Why don't you try? How beautiful the chorus of your life. Where is your song?
Welcome back to One Single Choice. This is season 2, episode 2, if you can believe that. I say that almost every time that I come on here and start talking, if you can believe that. Well, of course you can believe it. Why not? I have so much to share with you guys. And this morning, I am recording with my coffee cup in hand because it's early. It's early for me. Well, it's not really early for me. I get up early. I'm one of those people that I'm waiting for the sun to go down so I can go to bed. This is weird. This is weird that I'm going to talk to you about my bedroom, but let me talk to you about my bedroom. It is the one place in the whole world where I'm the most comfortable. And I decorate my room according to comfort level. It's not about how pretty it is. Well, it's pretty too, but it's not just about that, right? It's about comfort. So I make sure that my sheets are good, soft, clean. My pillows are soft. I've got a couple of those. They're gel pillows where one side is cooling and the other side is not. I have 2 of them, and they're like my favorite things ever. And I keep the temperature really good in there. And I have, the curtains, the blackout curtains. I keep those on there, and I don't open them at all during the day. So there's no sunlight that comes in the room or, any kind of light from outside. And I do that because when I go to bed at night, I don't know how people sleep with like a light on or the TV on or anything, because to me, it's just so annoying. So even when like my granddaughter will spend the night, she wants the light on, and I get it. So I turn on like just a little night light or whatever, and I wait till she's asleep and I go shut it off, because it will bother me just knowing that there's a light on in the room. It's not that I can see it when my eyes are closed, right? But just knowing that it's on, it keeps me awake. I don't know. Call it OCD, whatever. But so yeah, I make sure that my room, you guys got to try this. Like, get some oils. You know the oils that you buy, the fragranced oils, and you put the bamboo sticks in there? I got a couple of those. Now I have to strategically place them in my room because my cats have this. Well, Jim, the older cat, has a straw fetish. Like, anytime you have something with a straw, he steals the straw. I find them all over the house. So I stopped. Once I bought my Stanley cup that's got the hard plastic straw, I use that. And so now he looks for those little bamboo sticks and he will steal them. Wouldn't be a problem, except he spills that oil on things and it's really a pain. So anyway, I've had to hide those, but they give off this subtle fragrance that is so nice. And I've got a couple of those in the bedroom. I have a ceiling fan that I keep on, and I have it running at nighttime all night, so that not so much because I need the air moving or circulating, but for the little hum. You hear that little hum that it gives off. And then I just make sure that the room is cozy and comfortable. I use really muted shades, color shades in there. Um, it's just it's my safe place, my sanctuary. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I go to bed early because I like my room and it's the most comfortable place. I watch a little bit of TV when I go in there, but that's about it. I don't read because when I start reading in bed, I fall asleep. It's just too comfortable. When I read, I have to read somewhere sitting up. Like at the table is the best because I'll fall asleep, no matter how good the book is. It just, reading puts me to sleep. But last night I stayed up a little bit later than normal. I broke my routine a little bit because annually, the company that I used to work for, they have the conference that goes on once a year. And for those of you listening to this podcast that know what I'm talking about, it's where managers and leaders from all over the world, they all come into Dallas and for, 4 or 5 days, and they go through training and awards and vendor booths and stuff like that. And so last night, even though I'm retired, I have friends that work all over the world, and I know that my local friends will be there as well. And I was able to see some of the people that I spent so many years with. They're family to me, and I'm always really nervous when I see people after a long time. Like what if I'm different to them, or what if they're not as excited to see me as I am to see them. So I work myself up before I get there. You get that little nervous energy in the pit of your stomach, and so I was eating nerds on the way there. Stupid little candy nerds, but just something to keep myself from, turning around and going home. And but it was really nice. I got there and it was so nice to see everyone. And I haven't seen these people, most of them, in a year. And there were several people that walked past me and didn't even recognize me. And now I love that. I love that when that happens, because I know then, you have such a distorted picture of yourself when you look in the mirror. And I look in the mirror and I'm like so critical, and I try to say good things to myself, nice things to myself, but you always see kind of a vague image of what you really look like. And so I am always amazed when people go, "Oh my God, you look amazing," because I was with myself through this whole journey. So I see it every day, and I'm like, well, I was talking to my best friend, and he said, I said something about still being on Wegovy because I'm still on semaglutide, and I'm on Wegovy. And I said something about that to him, and he said, "You do not need to lose any more weight." And I said, "Well, I still want to lose 10 pounds. And he was kind of like adamant about, you need to put it away. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to take a second look at some of the goals I set for myself. If you are like me and you've been in a bigger body your entire life, changing that mindset is really hard to do. I mean, I've talked about this before on this podcast, that honestly, I can still go shopping and I still hover around the extra large or XXL in some cases. And I will purchase something and I get home, I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? That's not going to fit you anymore. Well, this is the distorted vision you have in your head. And so when he said that, I was like, okay, I need to take a step back and I need to rethink this and look at it from a different perspective and realize, I'm getting better at it, but I'm always going to be the type of person that no matter what I eat, it's going to count. You know what? It's going to count. It's going to be like, oh, should I do this or should I not do this? Or, I had a heavy lunch. I'm not going to eat dinner. That's just who I am now. I'm going to be that person no matter what. Enough calories is enough calories. And I know that and I stop. But I'm working on having a better relationship with food. And so every day I have to kind of give myself a pep talk. You're okay. Eat the nerds. You're okay. If one day we have a bad day and the next day we get back on the wagon, so to speak, then that's life. I mean, I can't really stop living just because I've changed how I eat. I met with some people last night that live locally. We just don't get to see each other very much. And one of them is such a good friend to me. And she honestly doesn't realize her own value sometimes. And I see it. I see it when I sit down with her. And wow, I wish she knew that sometimes when she speaks to people, she doesn't even realize how she inspires them. I I spoke to her on the phone a few weeks ago. That wasn't even a few weeks ago. It was just the other day, like last week. And she lit a spark in me. And if you're listening, and I know you are, you know this is about you. And so I'm going to talk for a few minutes about you because I want you to realize your worth. We had a conversation a few days ago, and she inspired me just by some of the comments she made about me and about what I've done and who I am. And, through my whole career, all I wanted was to be seen. I didn't need awards. I didn't need, the leadership to pat me on the back. I just wanted to be seen. And she sees me. And so our conversation last week gave me the launch that I needed to start my new business. And I spent the last, I'm going to say 4 days, maybe 5. I didn't do a lot of work on the weekend because I had a lot going on with grandkids this weekend. But I spent the last 4 or 5 days working on my new business. And it's all because of the fire that she ignited in me. And I just want to say to people listening who are in a position of leadership or where you lead people, I want you to know that your words have such a big effect on people, more than you know. I mean, I'm almost positive that my friend never even thought about how much her words affected me, but they inspired me. And I knew the fire was there. I knew the ambition was there. It was just kind of buried under, I was feeling sorry for myself. I missed my job. I missed what I did. I didn't miss the job so much, but I missed what I did. And I missed the interaction with people. And I missed the opportunity to create leaders. And because of her inspiration last week, I'm doing it now. I've started this business. It's called Listen, Learn, Lead. And I'm very excited to start this business. It is a training business, and I'm starting out on my own. I have spent the last 5 days building training material, and I'm so excited to launch this. And I just want to say a big thank you to my friend. She used to work for me, and she was my right hand. She's one of the smartest people I know. But without even knowing, without even knowing, she's changed the trajectory of my future. And that's what leadership is. So we lead in ways that we don't even think about. You lead with your families, you lead with your friends, you lead with your pets. I mean, these are the relationships where it counts, right? When you're leading and you're in the office, you're leading for a different reason. You're leading so that you can teach people to just be better. Just be better. Just think bigger. Think outside the box. You know, there's a difference between being a leader and being a manager. A manager is taking the job that you know you have to do and getting it done. That's managing. Leading is taking that same job that you know you have to get done, and it's leading your people to see it through. And that's what she does. I'm not going to mention her name because I have before, so you guys know who I'm talking about. But I am going to say that now I am lucky enough to call her my friend, but she is such a leader in her own right. And I'm like, now when I see people and I'm like, I see them and they complain about something that's going on at home, or the kids did something, or they can't get their husband to help with chores or whatever. I'm thinking, all you need to do is sharpen your leadership tools and you can get it done. Because leading is more than just the job. Leading is developing people. And if you are a part of a family that is not going the way you want it to go, you need to start working on your leadership skills, because you need to lead those people in your family. You need to lead your friends. Lead them. And you can do it. I mean, just that one little spark. And look, I have a logo. I have a title. I have a website. I've developed my training. Now all I got to do is sell it, and I'm going to. There ain't nothing that's going to stop me now, you guys. I am on the road. So I reached out to another friend in the last couple of days. She's working on, she's also retired, and she retired from the same company. She's working on photography. She wants to get into that because she's really into it. And from what I hear, she's really good. So I texted her and I said, hey, I need some professional shots done. And she had already offered to do them for my podcast, but now I need them for my business. And it was just really cool to interact with her a little bit and kind of see where people are going. You never realize the effect people have on you until they're not like right there. When you're not going into the office every day, or you're not seeing your old friends every day, you don't even realize what effect they have on your life. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. I've been talking for nonstop 17 minutes, so I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to have a sip of the Java. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better. Hot black coffee does the trick for me. I'm going to go off on another road for a second. I'm going to talk to you about coffee, because I was one of those kind of people that didn't drink coffee until I was like 30. And it was really funny how it happened. I couldn't even stand the smell of coffee. I was like, ew, ew, ew. And we went on a road trip. This was back when I was married. And it was my husband and I and the two boys were going from, I don't know, one end of the country to the other, I guess. And it was the middle of the night, and I was doing the driving because I'm a control freak and I wanted to drive. That's how I can relax in the car, is if I'm driving. Well, it was the middle of the night and I was feeling so tired, and I was like, oh my God, if my husband wakes up and sees that I'm this tired, he's not going to let me drive anymore. So I didn't know what to do. How do you wake yourself up? I mean, without, now you can get the little energy drinks and all that, but This was back before energy drinks, you guys. Coffee was the only energy drink, the OG of energy drinks. But so I pulled into a Circle K or whatever it was then, and I got myself a large coffee, and I was like, I don't know what to put in it. I just needed the coffee. So I didn't put anything in it. And I drank that. And it woke me up, and I did the rest of the drive. And y'all, it was a miracle. I was like, hallelujah. I will, from here on out, drink black coffee. And there hasn't really been a day that I haven't had coffee. If I don't have coffee, ooh, Lord, she's a biatch. I'm not even kidding about that. I need it. So anyway, that I went off on that just for a second because I just had a taste of it, and it's quite amazing. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, the last podcast that you guys heard, I was a little bit down in the dumps, and in one short phone call with my friend, my life has turned around. And you have to realize this in your everyday when you're talking to people and when you're seeing people you haven't seen in a long time. Oh my gosh, you have no idea the power of the words you say. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. And I love my friend, and I'm so happy that she's in my life still. Now I want to tell you about what's happening. Okay, so day after tomorrow, I am going up to my parents. I'm going to be there for a month to the farm. I'm going to do a podcast from there, so you will know that I'm up there. But I get to spend the weekend with two of my favorite people, my brother and his wife in St. Louis, and I'm so excited about it. Like, just having the opportunity to hang out with them and to laugh and just to be, just to be together. I get to spend Easter with my sister-in-law's family, and I love them. I'm very excited. One of them is Diane, who does the music for this podcast. So I'm really excited to see everyone. It's going to be so much fun. And, it's Easter. And then on Monday, I will travel to the farm and I'll spend time with my parents, which I'm very lucky that I get to do. Last night I saw an employee of mine. Well, she used to be an employee of mine from when I was down at Fort Hood. And she is now, has her own store, and she's in Las Vegas. And she lost her mom in the last year. And I felt so bad because I know that road is hard, but she took my hand and she looked at me and she said, you spend every minute you can with your mama because you never know. And I'm telling you guys, that's the truth. It's for some people, it feels like it's such a chore to have to, help and be there. And I'm looking at it as the biggest gift that I have the ability to go up there and spend the amount of time up there that I do. So I'm looking at it as a gift, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to spend the month there, and then my brother will have his big 6-0 in the month of April, and we're going to go back to his house for the weekend, and we're gonna do a little partying with the family, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you know what? I really am looking forward to all the future has to offer. I'm so excited for this new business venture. I'm putting together my my mass email that I'm going to be sending out to companies promoting my product, and I'm really excited to do that because all it's going to take is to get me back in that classroom because you guys can tell just from my voice on this episode opposed to the last one, I'm excited. I am so excited about this new adventure, and training is what I do. It's what I do. And I dropped that ball for a little bit, and I should never have done that because I train. That's what I do. So big, giant thank you to my friend for the little inspiration. You guys, life is so good. It's so good. I just want you to take the opportunity to make somebody's day and make it better. And I will be back in a couple of weeks, maybe next week if I can get it done. We'll see if I can get it done out at the farm right away. I might be able to. I think I can. But anyway, I want you to have the best Easter and, love on your family and your friends. And until next time, be fierce, my friends.
It makes the lyrics of your life. Where is your song? Where is your song? Why don't you sing? There is healing when we let our voices ring. Where is your voice? Where did it go? Why don't you let the music heal your soul? Where is your song? You've had your share of ups and downs, standing still and spinning round, victories and defeat, some bitter and some sweet. You've walked through darkness to the light to write the lyrics of your life. Where is your song? Where is your song? Where has it gone? Where are the lyrics we can sing along? Why don't you sing? Why don't you try? How beautiful the chorus of your life.